The M4A1 is super strong in Battlefield 6. I've been having a ton of fun using it. It's really good at both long range and short range battles, so thus I have two builds for you, one for long range, one for short range. Let's get right into it, starting off with the long range. So we will go into customize, and first of all, you're going to want a suppressor so that they can't instantly see where you're shooting from. This is super helpful, especially if you're trying to be hidden. Another thing is, if you're like behind enemy lines, it's super important that you prone as much as possible, just because otherwise your dot will show up on the minimap, and even if you don't shoot, they'll still be able to see you. So the long suppressor is the muzzle brake that we are going to be going for. The reason we're choosing this over just the normal suppressor is that it actually reduces the recoil at the cost of hip fire accuracy and weapon sway, but honestly that's not much of an issue. Especially the reduction at hip fire accuracy is still accurate enough to kill people when they're at hip fire distance. So I think this is the best suppressor by far. You could go with the other two, but they're more expensive and I don't really think they're much better. The CQB suppressor is like okay because it gives you hip fire, but again, for the long range, I think the long suppressor is the way to go. Moving on from there, we have our barrel. I chose the light barrel. It is 20 points, which is a little bit rough, but it improves aim down sights time or aim down sights accuracy while moving, and it enables a faster transition to ADS. I do think that that is better than any of the other barrels, and having that extra aim down sights accuracy is super important, because I feel like the aim down sights accuracy while moving was actually nerfed from the beta to the main game. I could be wrong, but that's just what it feels like. So yeah, anyways, moving on from there, we're going to go with our standard classic vertical grip. It's 35 points, the most expensive part of this build, but it's definitely worth it. It greatly reduces recoil at the cost of movement speed and accuracy while aiming down sights. There are some other ones that are okay, but none of them reduce recoil as much as this one. And for those long range engagements, you're really going to feel a difference with this one. If we just take it to the firing range real quick and we go to the long range, you can see how well this is, or how good this gun is at shooting in long range. Wasn't even crouching or anything, but it's super accurate, basically zero recoil. So yeah, let's go back, and I can take this off real quick just so you can see the difference. Look how much worse that is. It's all over the place without it. So anyways, moving on from there, I did not adjust the magazine. We don't really have enough points for the 30 round fast mag. If you want to, you could change this vertical to a slightly cheaper one like this stubby, or one of the other vertical ones, and then you could run like a larger mag. That's what I would do if you really want that larger mag, but I've found that the 30 round mag is just fine, honestly. Then for the bullets, I did do the math on this. The lightweight, not the lightweight, the hollow point ones slight increase your headshot damage a little bit. So with the way the damage fall off works, personally, I don't think they're worth running, because it will save you like one bullet if they're up close, or one bullet if they're super far away. But generally, you're not going to be getting that many headshots in the game unless your aim is just like absolutely insane. I don't think it's worth running the hollow point with the extra headshot multiplier. So moving on from there, we got nothing in ergonomics. However, if you do have like extra 5 points, you could go for the mag catch for the slight increase to reload speed. Then for our optic, I like the BF2M 2.5x. I think this is a super clean sight. As you saw in the firing range, it is just really nice, really easy. It doesn't take up much of your screen, and I think 2.5 is good for most long range engagements. If you don't like that one, I think the 3x is also super clean. I think it was cleaner in the beta. I'm not sure if they changed something, but this one feels super good as well. And then if you want something that's like slightly less scoped in, I think that the 1.75 ROM is super nice too. Really clean sight, nice red dot with nothing else. Doesn't take up too much of the sight picture. If you're taking if it's like a smaller map, I think this is probably the best sight in the game that I found. If you don't like that one, you could also go for just your standard sight, or I think the best one-time scope picture is the OSA 7. Super clean. It's not necessarily the best sight in the game. I do like the ones that zoom in more, but if you want a one-times, I think this is super nice. If it's not your style, again, the Mini-Flex is like okay as well. But I just think the OSA has like a slightly cleaner sight picture. Okay, anyways, that is the long range variant. That's all the different things you can do with that. Moving on from there, let's go to the short range. So there are a number of differences that I have with this one. I'm running the brake instead of the suppressor, just because I'm figuring if you're like on site and you're fighting with people, you're not really going to need the suppressor. And then the brake is super nice because it minimizes recoil buildup and improves recoil recovery. I do think that it works better than this break. I tested both of them and it just feels slightly better. If we go to the firing range real quick, you can see that this is like pretty accurate even at the long range. And if we go to this break instead, I mean, it's still like pretty decent, but I feel like it's a little bit more all over the place. So I think there's like more horizontal recoil or something. So anyways, compensated break again with the light barrel. This is just an amazing barrel. Definitely pretty much all my builds I'm using this for the aim down sights accuracy while moving. Then we have this vertical grip. It just slightly reduces recoil. The reason we're going for this one instead of a higher reduction is you don't need as much reduction of recoil when you're at close range. And this one doesn't increase your recoil when you're moving, and at close range, you're probably going to be strafing. So then we're going with the 30 round fast mag so we can reload just a bit quicker for those close range engagements. Nothing with the bullets again. We have the mag catch for slightly improved reload speed. And then again, we already went through the sights. I have the OSA. You could also go for the mini flex or whatever you want. Up to you. And then of course we have the green laser. This is super nice because it improves your hip fire accuracy by quite a bit actually. You could go for the red laser instead if you don't want the enemies to be able to see it, but if you're that close range, they're probably going to be seeing it anyway, so I've been going with the green. Just keep in mind it does give away your position, so if you're running it, you could turn off the laser if you're like sitting in a corner or whatever. So anyways, that is the short range and the long range variants. Okay, so I figured now we will take this gun into a match, and I'll sort of talk you through the match as I play it, and we'll be using this gun the whole time, so enjoy. Okay, so I am in the game. I'm not actually playing with anyone. We are just in a random squad, and let's get right into it. This is the first point on Empire State. It's actually a bit of a hard point to cap. You do get a lot of soldiers back when you cap it. So what I like to do on this point is generally move over to the right side and go behind those buildings and try to clear the way for my team to push up. So since we don't see anyone, we're gonna slide over here, and you can actually go in this back alley here and circle all the way around. Now sometimes it backfires because you get shot in the back, or you run into these people. Let's see if we can get above this guy. But you can take care of them. I actually didn't know you could go through here. Okay, learn something every day. And then let's just watch for anyone crossing, and then we will go across ourselves. Where's this guy shooting at us from? Cheeky little headshot on him. We're actually almost out of ammo already. So let's put down our spawn beacon here, and then kill as many of them as we can. Okay. Hopefully we'll be able to just spawn on the spawn beacon, unless that guy shoots it. We'll see. Nope, didn't find it. That is one of the downsides of running both. Actually, what we'll do is, because we're trying to show off the M4, I will just get rid of the gadget, and if you didn't know, it splits your ammo between two of your primary weapons if you have two of them, so that's why assault class can feel like they have no weapons. So we're just gonna heal up here. See if we naded. Okay. Let's see who we can find out this way. Get him. This is where the suppressor comes in handy, because they don't know that you're back here. Okay. I think I hear someone. It's always unfortunate when they revive someone who you killed and then they know exactly where you are. But that's okay. We can spawn on our spawn beacon again. And it looks like they... Unfortunate. Didn't have time to get stuff down. I think they've gone wise to the spawn beacon areas. Oop. Nope, they got both of them. That's okay. Our team has been pushing up as we've gone behind, so I think we did do a little bit work. We got to find a little bit more of a secretive place for our spawn beacon. Maybe up here. This seems like a nice spot. And we can just push through. Yeah, that's nice. Super, super. Oh, can't go through there, though. Let's go through. Nope. A lot of times, they'll push up on you, and then you can just pre-fire them as they're pushing, and they won't have their gun out because they're running. does look like our team is doing a pretty good job of getting around the point. Let's find a new cheeky place for our respawn beacon. Maybe in here. Check our backs before we go. I'm gonna see where these people are. There's one. I don't actually know where this guy is. Oh, nice shot. That's okay. I think we're going to get A off of this push, so we're fine. And then we can just spawn here and try to get some kills while we're waiting. Maybe. They might actually, if they have like one last push in, they could definitely clear our team off of Alpha, so let's try to help them out here. Nice. Let's catch these people. Thought I saw someone there. I knew I did. I think that guy's just across here. I don't know where he was, but that's okay. So, super important to start picking people off here as soon as possible because they will take a fair amount of lives as your team tries to push up. More people in there. Ooh, he's doing good. That's a good spot. So I think it's usually easier to push up on B. Sometimes the enemy forgets to hold it because they're so focused on A. So we can check it out from this window that we found earlier and just see who we can see. There's one up there. Let's push up. It looks like it's just like a sniper and then maybe one other person holding. Yeah. It's okay. Our teammates pushed up. We'll spawn on him. Hopefully he doesn't get into using combat. We can go on this guy though. Okay. Where are we? Okay. Just put a spawn beacon down right in front. And it looks like we're going to get this objective pretty much. Oof. That bloom is super rough if you shoot guns a lot. There's one. Let's go up this way, see what we can find. Oh, that guy's already dead. And I think our team has A or B just fine. We can start pushing over towards A. Bloom is brutal. Just gonna heal up real quick. And actually I think what we're gonna do, because they're obviously holding out pretty hard, is we're gonna go revive this dude. Kill this guy. Oh, just gonna miss all my shots apparently. Okay. What I was gonna say is that we should go in here and try to push up the stairway. And a lot of times if you go this way, you can also cut off the reinforcements. Actually see where they are. There's two people on... That's weird. I just didn't see that guy at all. But there's one more. I'm pretty sure he's sitting in a corner. Maybe this corner? Yeah. He is. One above us, I guess. We can go over that guy. We got the sector. Nice. Okay, so I think there's only... Oh my goodness. There's just 4 people there. I think there's only one more sector to take. And it should be not too hard. This one's a little bit rough. Sometimes they're like going around this way. Sometimes they're like going around from the bottom. But a lot of times they will be shooting down from the bottom. So you can also go through the top of the building. Just sort of depends where the enemy team decides to like hide. But totally take care of this guy though. Okay, someone else did already. Let's see what we can see from here. Oh, he saw me. I try to, if I'm gonna die, I try to kill myself before the tickets reset, because then it doesn't count against your tickets. Let's find it. It's a cheeky little spot you got there, bud. Okay. Let's get our boy. Hopefully they don't push up on us. That's not good. There's another one. Is that guy still up? We're getting shot from behind. Okay. Let's put our thing right here. It's not like the best place, but I'm feeling sort of pinned down, so I don't have to run back. Let's try to go through these offices a little bit. Okay. I wish I could put my spawn beacon right here, but that's okay. And this is actually a site right here. A lot of times you can cap this point just by being down here and killing them as the enemy comes up, because you can get, like, again, 8 people on the point and there will be nothing that they can really do. Now, if I was a medic, I'd be rezzing that guy. I'm not, so it would take too long. Ooh, almost died there. Let's pull this guy real quick. Then let's go around the backside and see who we can find. I think we just want more. Yeah. Okay, well, relatively quick breakthrough game. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay with the M4. I think it's a super solid weapon. It's not like the best one in the game, but I've been enjoying using it and leveling up. It definitely wasn't painful to level up. So if you love the M4, feel free to use it and try it out. I hope you enjoyed my build guides. If you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to catch my future content. I'll have more guides coming out, news, that kind of stuff. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.